Hi.
Hello.
So, why do you want to study a master's degree abroad?
Um, my reason for wanting to study abroad is for quality education and better opportunities.
I see. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Rachael Wanogho, also known as Rayche Riches. How are you doing? And as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be sharing with you my arsenal of experience before I embarked on my master's degree program here in the UK. And I'm just going to be sharing with you basic tips that actually helped me, and I feel like it's gonna help you. So if this is something that you are interested in, definitely keep on watching. So I hear a lot of people saying that they want to study abroad, and trust me, if you're one of those people, then you are in for a ride of your life. It's actually going to be an exciting experience, but as much as it is going to be exciting, it is also going to be an interesting journey, and you have to be ready for that journey. And pro tip, if you are still in the university, what I want you to do is to make sure that you are giving utmost attention to your studies. If it's possible for you to gain a first class or 2-1, try as much as possible to burn the midnight oil to get that grade. And even if you don't even have that degree, if you don't graduate with that degree, it's not at the end of the world. And if you've already left the university, it still doesn't mean it's not possible for you to get your master's degree, you know, in whatever country that you want to have it done. Trust me, there is nothing that is impossible. As much as you are resilient and you persevere and you work hard, the sky would just be your starting point. So the number one thing I want to let you know is carry out your research. As much as you want to, you know, study abroad, you want to leave whatever country it is that is your home country, whether it's in Africa or it's in Europe, whatever country, make sure that you carry out your research. And you have to research areas relating to the country that you want to study in, the course that you want to study. Make sure you are researching on the course, most importantly the course. You don't want to end up studying something that you are not particularly interested in, if that makes sense. So make sure that you check the course, make sure you check the country, the city that you're supposedly going to be having that course. So make sure you check the job opportunities available to that course. Make sure you do your research. One of the mistakes I did was to apply to random countries all over the place, and at some point it was getting so overwhelming. So what I would advise you to do is to pick 3 different countries. So let's say the UK, the US, and probably Australia. Okay, and then choose, and this is because you've already chosen your course, so make sure that you look for schools within that particular course, you know, schools that probably have a good track record in taking that degree. So make sure that you do your research, tailor it to suit your needs. Make sure that you don't apply to over like 12 schools in one country. It can be really overwhelming, trust me. So make sure that you probably pick like 3 to 5 schools in each of the countries. So you've chosen 3 countries and you've chosen 3 schools in each country, and then put in your best and go ahead and apply. And this, why I'm saying emphasizing on this, is for your sanity's sake. You need to be sane. I still have PTSD as a result of applying to so many schools and getting so many rejections, and there is what that thing does to your mind, you know, when you keep seeing rejections over and over again, and you just get overburdened in your heart. And especially if you are not somebody that is strong mentally, you don't want to do that to yourself. So just for your sanity's sake, you don't want to go crazy, please just decide on the country, decide on the course, decide on the school, because a lot of schools are going to be attractive to you, and you don't want to just, I would like to go to NYU, I like to go to Harvard. No, don't do that. Don't try to get into everywhere. Just drive it down to about 3 to 5 schools and focus on those schools so that you don't get overwhelmed. Okay, so most importantly, what I'm just saying is have a plan. have a plan of where you want to go, what you want to study, okay, so that the process will be easier for you. The next point I'll tell you is to make sure you build connections with your professors or your lecturers. Now, if you're still in the university, you still have that chance to do that. So if you need to show up, if you need to do your assignments on time, if you need to submit your projects on time, if you need to answer questions in class, do as much as is necessary, to get your lecturers to know you, because before you apply to whatever school that it is, they are going to request your academic references, and you don't want to be that student who is calling your lecturer after 10 years of leaving school or 5 years and saying, "Hello sir, do you recognize me?" And they're like, "No, I don't know who you are, I can't write a reference for you." It's actually going to be like a saddening experience. So make sure that you build connections with your professors before you leave school. And if you've already left, it's not too late. At least give like 2 years or 1 year or a couple of months to check on your lecturer, get to know how they're doing, their family, build some sort of bridge between you and your professor, so that when it's time for you to request for something, it wouldn't be difficult. One of the mistakes I did, because I had a lecturer who I had reached out to, even though I had told him before leaving school that I want to study abroad, I think probably he didn't remember, and when I reached out to him, he was actually upset, and even though I ended up not going to that school, it sort of burned in my memory for a while. So please and please build connections with your professors, build connections with your lecturers before you leave, so that when it's time for you to begin your application process, it will be easier for you. And I have a video where I talked about getting ready for the entire master's process, so make sure you watch that video up here. I'm going to link it in the description box down below, so that you can also check out that video, and there are some helpful tips I shared concerning references and scholarship and things so basic things that you also need to bear in mind before you go ahead and apply to your dream school. So make sure you build connections, build connections. The next point I would like to share is to save money. So as much as you're going to probably get a scholarship or you be self-funded, whichever way you are going to be financing your education, make sure that you have your own personal vex money. There's what we call it in Nigeria, vex money, to do whatever it is you have to do, just basic running around, miscellaneous. So see it as your miscellaneous accounts, where you just need to pick some money to do some things that might not probably be in your entire budget, and you don't want to end up requesting for help all the time. So save money. I saved money, and it was really helpful to me, because I was able to buy some basic things that I needed before leaving the country. And of course I got some help from some of my friends as well. So make sure that you have some money saved up. Don't try to just let your sponsor do everything for you, or the scholarship, because the scholarship money that's gonna come would be channeled towards something else. So make sure that you save money. Why I am emphasizing on saving money is because at some point when I first got here, I had to penny pinch for a while, and it's not because I didn't have money, but because there were a whole lot of things to deal with. You are dealing with a new kind of currency that you probably do not understand, and it's very new to you, and you don't want to find out that you are spending so much, or you're spending so little than it is expected to. So make sure that you save money. The next point I'd say is be courageous and don't give up. So I know that this is an overused slogan and an overused word. You have a lot of people telling you, don't give up on your dreams, be courageous, be strong, but you're going to need to be courageous, because the journey is really going to end. It's going to get to a point where it's going to end, but you're also going to get to a point whereby it might seem like a roadblock, things that are preventing you from hitting your goal, and you don't want to feel pressured or sad or down. And there might possibly be some times where you want to cry, you want to scream, you want to shout. Go ahead and scream and shout and cry if you want to, but also make sure that you have a support system. So if it's your mom, your dad, your siblings, your aunt, your uncle, or that amazing friend, make sure that you reach out to them. Don't be that person where you have plans and it's only you that know about the plans, because I come from a country where it's similarly it's a suspicious country, and a lot of people a lot of people would rather not tell people what they are doing because of bad belly people. So as much as possible, have somebody that, at least maybe one person that you trust, that knows what it is that you intend to do, that will pray together with you, that would encourage you when you have those down times. I remember vividly, I had a friend who I always called and I would tell her that, oh, this is so frustrating, this is so this is so overwhelming, and she would encourage me. She would tell me that I can do it. And apart from her, I had so many other friends that I could call, who also encouraged me and supported me in my journey. So you need a lot of grit, you need a lot of resilience, you need a lot of courage to embark on this journey. So make sure you are courageous. Build your courage. Build it. Okay, so and the last point is to make sure that you pray. So pray. So as much as you have praying mom's prayers are not enough. You have to do your fight yourself. You have to fight your fight of faith yourself. If you're a Christian like I am, you need to demand of the power of the Lord Jesus to come and help you in this time. Okay, I know I've mentioned it in one of my videos when I talked about getting ready for the master's application process. I talked about the importance of prayer. Make sure that you pray. Make sure that you pray. I cannot overemphasize it enough. Make sure that you pray. Make sure that you list out the things that you want to do and how you want to get it done. Because, like I said, you're gonna probably hit some stumbling blocks, you're gonna hit some roadblocks, and you don't want to feel completely left alone, completely shattered, completely powerless. So when you pray, it sort of like energizes you and makes you believe. And it's not just make you believe, you would believe and know that there is nothing that is impossible. So make sure that you pray. Okay, so I really hope that this video was helpful. It's not my intention to make it long. So make sure that if it is your intention to study in the UK, I have an entire playlist where I talk about my UK visa application process. So make sure you check the link in the description box down below, the playlist, or you check the link up here. I'm going to link it up here. So make sure you watch that video as well if your country is in the UK. So if the country of choice is the UK, make sure you watch that playlist. So I really hope that this video is helpful. I wish you all the best in your journey, and if you need some sort of support and encouragement, you can send me an email. My email is in the description box down below, and you can also send me a DM on Instagram at Rayche Riches. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you share this video to someone who might need it. Don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time on my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.